All right. Well, first of all, I would like you to have just say your name again and then tell just a quick story.
Here, we'll do it this way, Laura. You hold on to yours. We'll pass it.
Just 2 minutes.
Okay, Lindsay Nicholson from News. And, oh gosh. You know, my husband still is he works full time, he's a builder, so he owns his own construction company, and I have been pushing him so hard to stop. Why aren't you home more? You know, it's his passion, and so this is my passion, and I just need to let him have his passion. But he's finally realizing, like, oh, I can start dreaming about doing some things that I want to do. So the other day, he said, it was a couple months ago when we were doing the Rochester 1T1 mission. We were in the car, and I was thinking, okay, I said, Brent, what can you say? What do you want to say tonight? He's like, Sawyer said the other day, he said, Daddy, I want to fly a plane when I get big like you. I want to fly a plane. And Brent had dreamed of that when he was a little boy. And he really just hadn't thought about it for a long time. And he said, I want to fly a plane with you too, Sawyer. And he started crying in the car. I'm doing this 1T1 mission. I'm like, who is this guy? It was just so awesome. Like, it has taken this long to realize that, what we're doing. We're helping other people, but we're helping ourselves too. We're dreaming so big.
What did you do before it works?
I was in communications and development marketing at a hospital. I was sucking the life out of it.
Thank you.
Jill Vadney, I'm from West Fargo. And a quick little story. Well, I've been doing it for 2 years, and I don't know what day is it. 5 days, it'll be my 2-year anniversary. And
You just had a baby?
I'm gonna cry if I look down, so I'm gonna look at everybody else. It's completely changed my life. If you follow me on Facebook, it's been quite a journey. We were able to build a brand new home and pay off all of our debt. And like she said, well, kind of said it, but to allow your husband an out of his job is something you can't do anywhere else. So, the freedom that you experience if you just put your mind to something is just incredible. So, I wish I wore my waterproof mascara.
When would you like me to start? What story? From what oh God! What age group?
You can do this. That's the mic.
You talked enough.
You talked enough.
Liz. I do want to, I have so many wonderful stories, even at the beginning, and then I go back to business, but I'd like to say something. When I was looking at this business, it did take me 2 months. I finally told my friends, hey, these are girls I hang out with all the time. Our families partied together. And I said, well, I've decided I'm going to do this business. I was having coffee. And they looked at me and said, don't ask me to one of those parties. What are you thinking? And I just want to tell you this because this is one of the best things that kept me going. A lot of you, not a lot of you, but many people will put down their stuff and say, I'm not going to do this. I put down my coffee and said, I'll see you later, I have an appointment. And I stayed with it. Now, here's a great story. My husband and I travel in an RV. We're all over the country. We're having a great time. We're riding our scooters. We moved up to Florida. We're having a great time. And I love my friends, and we're seeing them. And guess what? They're doing the same thing that they were doing before. So don't let somebody else determine your life. And that was a great story. And just recently, I spent time with Cammie Dempsey and Tiffany Pasick and a whole bunch of people at Cammie's house. And I want to tell you, they're not doing anything different than you're doing. And so my story is I got to ride in a limousine and have a great time with people who just do their business and are having a fabulous time. And I'm glad I put down my coffee and went to my appointment. Nobody determined my life. Thank you.
I hate speaking, but thank you for having me up here. Liz Enter from Nicollet, Minnesota. 21 months, I think I said before. For me, I really just started, it works for me. I was 65 pounds overweight. We adopted our first daughter and had 2 biological kids after that, and I had lost me. And I had pulled back from teaching. We always said once we had kids, I wanted to be that stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be that person who was in the life of their children, because we all know it goes so fast. So for me, it was just really, I started to just sell it too, just kind of for myself, and if I could just make some grocery money. I was just looking for $300 to $400 extra, that's it. Just to help, because we were actually putting our groceries on a credit card as well. It was really a bad situation. So it wasn't until, and I'm just backing up a little bit, I didn't want to build a team. I had no desire, none at all. I wanted to just sell it for my own little self, make a little extra income, had no desire. And then I went to conference in January, and that was a total game changer for me. I saw people just like me in my situation, talking on the stage, saying how, whatever, they're filing for bankruptcy, on WIC, all those things, and they were now double, triple, whatever. And so I said, I'm going to go back, and I remember crying, and I remember saying, man, I have gold in my hand, and I'm not even sharing it. Like, I'm not even sharing this with other people. And that's selfish of me to think that nobody else has the same problems, desires, or whatever it is. So I came back after that January conference, now almost 2 years ago, and our lives have changed. Now we're triple diamond, my husband's double diamond, 5-figure monthly income. And now over 200, almost 300 people or so on our team now. And I think of, wow, just because I decided I was going to open my mouth and share that blessing, that gift with others, it's changed our world completely. So, now that $400 is, a month is way beyond that. My husband no longer works, and I know our dream was always to have our family together. That was first and foremost. I said, what if we could create a life where mom and dad and all 3 of our children were together every single day? And I know on the sheet of paper that my husband wrote, it said, what would the business do for you? I was at one of the green carpets or whatever. And the question was, that the kids say every day is, what will we do today, Dad? That's pretty awesome. So.
And you've learned how to talk.
I'm Jessica Bell, and I'm going on 3 years. And I really joined this company because I thought the wrap was awesome, but that took a long time. I read every ingredient and looked up all the reviews, and I really didn't think it would work. And Pam just kept going, oh, just put it on. And I joined because I saw the potential for what this could do for people. Because I'm a chiropractor, I love talking about natural health. I like helping people get healthy. And I don't know, maybe this is a sneaky way to do that. Use their vanity to get them to be healthy because it's helping them in that way. And then I fell in love with the product line. We've got all natural products. Greens are just magic. And when you start talking, just walk around this room and ask people what they're taking and what it's done for them. I was here for 5 minutes, and we've got somebody right there who, she broke her neck, and she was having all kinds of pain. And she started taking relief and greens, and it's changed everything for her. She's not on medication anymore. Those stories start to just touch you. And that's what really brought me in. If this was just a vanity product, I wouldn't be sitting here. So these products just have amazed me for what they've done for people. Thank you.
Kind of already heard my story, or how I got started and all that, but one thing I was just thinking about when everybody else was talking about kind of how their lives were changing and everything, I never in a million years would have thought I'd be doing this. Ever. But, Josh and I decided we were successful, we were young, successful people. We decided we were ready to start a family, and we were good. We had a stable income coming in, and then everything crashed down on us. And I just was thinking about, when we had the twins, when we had my daughters, they were born into an atmosphere of fear and stress and not knowing how we were going to make money and debt and all that. And it was just really, it kind of was just like something that's hanging over you. You know, you're happy and you have your kids and you're, you know, enjoying them, but it's just that stress on your shoulder. And then I just had my third child. We just had a little boy. He just turned 1. And I was just thinking about, he was born into a world of happiness and dreams and fun and family. And it's just, it's so amazing. Josh and I pinch ourselves all the time that, I mean, it gives me chills to think, what if Lori never would have followed up with me? What if I never would have tried that wrap? I would have been in the salon, killing my body, stressed out, and you just don't know. It's just, it's really surreal. And the fact is that any one of you guys can do this. Like I said, I have no experience in this industry, so shy, a lot of self-confidence issues, but I figured it out. I let my why be bigger than my fear, and that's all you have to do.
Questions. If you have over 400 BV and don't run an auto ship, can you still promote?
Just raise your hand.
Oh, or just raise your hand. Jill?
Well, I guess I already touched on this during the compensation. Yes, you can, but do you really want to risk not getting paid and not promoting? And promoting even, like what if because this happened last year to one of my friends who was going presidential for the bonus, an executive didn't run, or that's how they wanted to use their, and it affected everybody all the way up to that presidential, nobody promoted because they were using that 400. So it's not even your business, like you can affect so many other people's businesses if you just, it's a TV.
Yeah.
It's easy, are you using the product, you know?
Yeah, buy it to sell it.
Yeah, so,
Is it soliciting to go into a business and blitz?
no.
No, and it isn't. You know, one thing on respect of the business person when you go in though, take yourself out of the position when you go in and just say, hi, I'm here to, as Lori said, are you carrying this product yet? But, or if you ask for the manager or you ask for a boss, right away though, I've done this for many years, I'll take myself back and say, I'm not here to take the time. I just wanted to introduce myself and see if I can make a time to come back and show you what I have. But be very respectful in the business. As some people come in, forget customers stand at a counter and somebody's trying to sell them a product. It doesn't work that way. Be respectful, but it is not solicitation. So it's not you on that thing that says no solicitation, as people selling perfume. It is.
If the only open spot on your diamond chart is 4 levels down, should you place that far to promote?
Depends on what's going on. I guess there's always different ways to look at it. If it's just that one spot and it's needed to go diamond, then I would do it.
For the 2 good bonus, can you place DTs and still have an entry to the 20 people drawn?
As long as you're the sponsor.
Okay, then it says, I know you can't place LCs. What are the guidelines for free gifts and selling wraps less than $25? Want to raise your hand? Want to answer?
I kind of already talked about this when we were blitzing, but I think if it's somebody that you really think can get you in the door to other opportunities, I wrap them for free. But if it's somebody that's just really skeptical and they're just getting on your nerves, I'm not going to wrap them for free by any means because they've already got it in their head that it doesn't work. Why would I waste it? But I mean, other than that, I really never sell a wrap for less than $25. I think $25 is a steal to get our product.
Can I get at something on that? I'm also going to talk about something about ethical. Recently we ran into somebody that was moving on something that was on a flea market, and they were selling wraps at a box of $50 to whoever called, okay? Now some people will try to buy that not understanding that you really want, for the company, you want to have them become a loyal customer. If you've got boxes of wraps you're trying to sell it, please keep it off eBay, keep it off Amazon, and don't undercut other people because you're undercutting everybody else in a room that are working very hard to sell theirs at $20, $25, like what Crystal was saying. So even if you've got it, and I don't know why I brought it up, but when you mentioned this, it's great for your own personal use, or it's great for somebody that you know. But be very careful how you're out there, or I'm trying to undercut somebody else because you're trying to sell it cheaper and get that wrap out of the way somebody else's hands as a customer or distributor.
Hey Lori, can they touch on what corporate says about selling wraps for cheaper than $25?
Right, yeah, corporate has a lot on that.
What is
that's
the
been
amount?
posted.
It's a percentage, but I think it ends up being like $17.50 or
Okay.
something. You can't just
It's 120% of retail.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not
Yeah,
supposed to sell less than that.
something about like not.
$17.50 or something like
Yeah.
that.
But I was just gonna touch on what she said, like, if you're selling wraps below, like that low, that's
Yeah.
first, that's nuts.
Yeah.
But they have no reason to be a customer then. Like, they have no reason to be a loyal customer if you're gonna give them the loyal customer discount. Like, there goes your commission for the next 3 months. It just blows my mind.
Yeah. How do you schedule, and I know some of these we already answered, but just for everyone, some people might have to be told twice. How do you schedule posts for your business page on Facebook?
I still don't do that.
Schedule what?
Schedule Facebook posts.
Oh.
I think you have to have a certain amount of likes before you can do certain things on your business page. But there's a little clock, and you just click it and it says schedule, and you just when do you want to post, and then set it and it does it. So
Yeah, you design your post and then touch on the clock to to
yeah,
when you want to
yeah,
schedule that. On your business.
yeah, it's on
page.
your business page.
Yeah. Why did the inches portion of wrapping go away? So why did we quit measuring is the question here, I'm guessing.
Well, one of the things that we were doing, the company, as we've evolved in the business, we've had to change a few things around. If we are saying that we're losing inches, it's the government, the FDA, I want to say the FDA is watching us. And so that's why we went to tighten, tone, and lose. You want to watch what you say on the inches when you're posting. Many people stopped measuring because the pictures were showing the differences in the skin. Those are pretty awesome. A few people still measure, and that's how we were brought up for all those years until the last one. But be careful when you say you're going to lose so many inches when you're posting, because that's one thing we have to really watch. But you can still.
Actually, don't say it.
Okay, don't say it.
Yeah, verbiage maybe in person, but don't say it. Crystal, what did we talk about in the room this morning that you had a good thing about measuring or not?
Oh, I just said I measure if it's somebody that I think won't necessarily, and sometimes you don't know. But if I think maybe they won't see a lot in their picture, I'll still measure them. But if it's somebody that has any sort of cellulite or loose skin, I just do a picture. But what I was going to say too is, just so you guys know, every time corporate comes out with some sort of compliance rule, it's to keep us safe. And it's to keep us in business. So don't think that they're doing it so you can't grow your business as fast, or whatever it may be. And I may be wrong on this, but my understanding was the FDA considers obesity a disease in the United States. So when we were saying that our product helped you to lose inches, we're saying it's going to help you to lose weight. So now we're claiming that we can cure a disease. And we can't claim that we cure a disease. So that's where we say we tighten, tone, and firm. Our product is a cosmetic product. It works on the surface of the skin. They're going to see what it's doing. They're going to feel what it's doing in their body.
What did you mean you become Fast Start qualified anytime? I thought only in the first 30 days.
I can take that one. When you sign up a new distributor, so let's say I just signed up Brianna, and she gets 2 loyal customers in her first 30 days, I'm going to get what's called a Fast Start bonus. So that means I'm going to get $100 for helping her get started. So that's any new distributor you bring into your organization who gets 2 distributors in the first 30 days, you're going to get $100. And has her BB auto ship. Yep. And when Brianna gets 4 customers in her first 30 days, she's going to get her $120 in free product. So one is for the enroller and one is for the distributor.
And if you miss it that month, right, then you can just get it next month. Is that what they were going to ask?
To be Fast Start qualified, meaning for me to be able to get the bonus on somebody that I signed up, I already have to have 2 loyal customers underneath me. and have run my first 80 BD auto ship.
So there's where it comes in that anytime, so maybe you didn't do it right away, but you can qualify anytime.
Maybe if you didn't do it in your first 30 days, that means the person that signed you didn't get the bonus, but you're qualified for your distributor that you signed up.
So first priority, get 2 loyal customers under you, you will be qualified for any bonus.
Well, just in case it wasn't clarified, because I got what you guys were saying, but when I meant you can get it at any time, it means like, because it happened with my husband too, you can get 2 customers under them whenever. So it doesn't have to be the first 30 days, first 60, whatever. Just before you want to start earning those bonuses, you have to have 2 customers. So that's what I meant by
Okay.
for the person earning.
What if a distributor, is in but not doing anything? Who wants to take that one? Yeah.
I'm serious, Jill. You can't save everyone. You know, they have to have, there's some people, it's for everyone. So they have to have some kind of business sense or if they want to create that, or have to help, have to have some of that. Like, I know I don't have much business sense, but I want you to teach me. If they don't realize that they have to have any kind of business sense to run this business, I don't know that they're going to do that well. Some people are just really excited, but they need, more guidance. But yeah, I really believe that some people just have that fire, and for some people it can't be lit, so you can't say everything about it. I think we do our best. We have a lot of great energy going with our teams, and that's the main thing.
Anyone else?
We as women are nurturers. Men think differently. They're black and white here. Do it, move on. But we want to help those people. And as you get in longer, or if you hopefully learn really fast, if your team isn't doing anything, there's a lot of people out there that want this gift. And you do not give them the time unless they start calling you, which is a great thing to let all of you know. Call your uplines. And ask your distributors to call you at all the times. Those are the runners. We're looking for the diamonds. We're not looking for the glitter. And if you keep putting your energy into the 4 or the 1 or the 5 that's on your team that's not doing anything, you are missing the boat with those that really want to. And this is how you're going to build this, by finding those that do. So as my husband says, cars are going up. This is a man's point of view. Honey, there's a lot of cars on the highway, okay? And what you're doing, he tells me this occasionally, is you take one of those cars, you pluck them out, and bring them in the ditch, and try to get them rolling. But there's a whole bunch of other cars just passing you by. I don't know, it's a man thing, I think. So, when I put all my energy on somebody, goes, you're in that ditch with that car. There's a whole bunch of other cars on that highway passing you by. Don't give them any time, pass them by.
Well, and I think just being that rock star you're looking to hire. We always bring everybody on, like she said, we just feel horrible when I hope and have dreams and aspirations so much for people that they have for themselves. And that's what's that's what hurts me. It's like, you know what you have and you can try. So, there's a saying too about you can't carry 3 on your back. You can inspire, you can lead from the front. And I think, as you lead and you show them, hey, I've done my start with 1, I've got my 1 in, I got my 2 in, I got my 3 in. That is more inspiring than you sitting behind the computer saying, come on guys, in management mode. We don't want to get there. So I think just show them by your actions, and that will inspire. And some will sit there and just go, that's the birds, that's the Jim Rohn thing. Just don't know why they won't move, so.
Can someone explain the product testers?
The product testers is just it's some of the posts that we do on Facebook. It's another way of explaining the loyal customer program, and for some reason this seems like it's non-commitment, because I have people tell me, well, I just can't commit to an auto ship, and then you put product tester on and they're like, oh, pick me. And so the ones that crack me up are the ones who are already loyal, who are like, ooh, I want to product test that. I'm like, you can order it anytime. It happens to me all the time. I get those all the time. Can I test that hair, skin, and nails? I'm like, no. So these are great for reactivation. So get your product testers out there. You're basically saying to them, if you're willing to try this product for 90 days, you're going to get this discount. You're going to pay my price, the wholesale price. No upsell. I'm going to give it to you for no upsell. Well, that's the loyal customer program. They're paying wholesale. So it's just for some reason it just works for them mentally. So I love that post. It did really well for me with their skin and nails.
I like it too because what I do on my product tester post is I say they have to agree to document their results. So I love that because so many times people start using the products and they just look at themselves in the mirror and they say, well, I don't think it's working for me. It's not doing anything. But when you have those pictures and you can hold them side by side and be like, wow, this is actually doing a lot for you, or wow, your hair has grown a ton, or whatever it may be, it kind of holds them accountable. They feel responsible because they agreed to this, that they're going to share their results with you.
I also think people do want to help you. So you're asking for help, and people do want to help. They want to be helpful, so that's a nice way. And I do love the pictures because then they're automatically going to take them because they have to share them with you. So.
I just have one thing about that. I don't remember who in our upline was, or my upline was talking about this, but I stopped doing the product tester thing. I'm putting it out there because I feel like it takes away some of the pizzazz. Like, we don't need product testers because our products are safe and amazing, and have been tested but not on anyone, and
Maybe they just got that verbiage mixed up. We're not going to you test it and then we'll maybe approve it.
I think some people maybe just get it confused.
Or you can say, I'm looking for testimonies for my break.
Testimonies is a good one instead of testers, yeah.
It's just another way of saying it, another way of doing it.
How do we keep track of tax information, receipts, etc.? Keep them.
Keep them all.
I think they're looking for a tracking information kind of thing, not like a bag or a box.
I've been just told by our upline, like, taxes is a totally, like, we're paid to rep people. We're not paid to tell people tax information. So I've always been told, and I've always told people, just get with an accountant or somebody you trust and ask them those questions because we're just paid to rep people.
Do make sure that you keep track of all your mileage. You can get those books at the Office Max every time you make a trip anywhere. That's right off. You can put it at the end of the year. And when you take somebody out for business, we keep our receipts so that we can write at least 40% off of that. We write down the name of the person we talked to and why we're there. Your trip today here was all tax deductible. So keep that on just at least keep track of it all. Some people put it in envelopes according to what they're, spending that month, that year. But you guys, it's like throwing money out of the window if you're not keeping track of your stuff, especially your mileage.
There's forms out there. I know, like for me, there's somebody on my team that actually downloaded some stuff on our team enter page. So, if you need something, Elizabeth Enter, I can certainly pass some documents on.
Well, I think a rule of thumb is when in doubt, keep it. So keep that receipt because it probably is a write-off. Write document on there, like Darlene said. One thing is maybe you want to every month, or depends on if you're more hobby, not full time. That if you have a quarterly manila envelope put in there, so you have some type of keeping things separate in case you have to go back and find something. But yeah, do get together with someone because having a home-based business is like having another part-time job with what you can, the benefit for your house, for everything you can write off. It's like having another job. It's another income too. So don't miss out on that. So talk to someone about a home-based business, and especially one that knows a multi-level business because that's a little different too. And better yet, it works. We have great write-offs. What do you say when you follow up with leads from an event or party?
It's been a while since I've done an event, but one of the most successful follow-ups I've had is the free chin wrap party. First I call everybody, and if they don't answer, I immediately text them and just say, hey, it's Jill from whatever event it was. And I say, I did a couple drawings, and you won a free chin wrap party for you and 5 friends. Let me know when you wanted to schedule it. And oh my goodness, so many people call back and you know, I want to do it this day, I want to do it this day. Well, what's a free chin wrap party? Well, actually, if you guys don't know what a chin wrap party is, you just take one wrap and you cut it into 6, or however many people come to the party, 6 different pieces, and they all wrap their chin, and then the host would wrap for free if you wanted to do that as well. But it's just an incentive. People, whatever it is, if you give it for free, they all like, I want to sign up, or I want to schedule it. So.
And one of the other ones that they're giving out right now is the spa parties. I haven't done very much, but Lori Faber I know is really huge with doing the hands and the feet with the gel and doing all that. You need to coordinate that out. The free spa party for 1 or 5 friends is pretty cool too. It's putting, are you guys doing the spa party? Lori, would you explain how you guys are doing the spa parties?
Sure.
Microphone?
Yeah, because it's not going to cost you anything this way. And you can actually sell the gel and the stretch mark cream and stuff. And we've been doing a lot of it. Yeah.
It kind of evolved. At first we were doing green facials, and I quit that because that was way too much work. So basically what we do is we tell them that them, or whoever the winner is, them, 5 of their friends want a free spa session. And what that entails is we call it our foot and our hand treatment. During the summer I put defining gel on everybody's feet, and then we stretch mark cream on the hands, just on one hand with a glove. And by the end of the flip pad presentation, so 35, 45 minutes later, you guys cannot believe the difference in their hands. Sometimes I'll do the neck wraps, but I kind of have pulled away from that a little bit too. It just kind of depends. If it's a young group, I don't do the neck wraps. If it's an older group, I do the neck wraps. And it's the same concept of a regular party. If they get 5 friends there that purchase a body applicator for 25, she gets a free one. So it's just kind of an added bonus on top of a normal wrap party. Not latex, right?
Right, non-latex at
Yeah.
the dollar store, and then you can do the footies
Yep.
with the
Yep.
gel on the feet.
Yep.
It's really cool.
That's it.
And then do the lip and eye on one half of their face. If you're doing a spa party, and they're not all doing facials, you clean the face off, and then you start applying some of the moisture. We got the best skincare line. So you can also let them try out the skincare on their face, you know, a little bit of the toner on their face, and the lip and eye, and then, you know, tell them it costs them $30 to try the other side of the face. Yes, on the gel, and you put a little gel on each foot. I did both.
You're talking about gel on the bottom of your feet.
Yeah, and a couple of, I've done both of the feet at the same time.
You want to grab the microphone, Darlene?
I'm sorry, I've done both feet at the same time, and then the one hand. And it's good, but you gotta kind of lay it out because you're doing the rest of the drinking and the greens and the stuff like that. But you know, when they see the skin, you're getting some product you hadn't sold before. Do a little bit of that toner and you spray it on your face after it. I mean, make this feel like they've never, I mean, it's just an awesome way to do this. But that's free and it won't cost you anything.
Well, if you have a great wrap party hostess, then that's something to present, because they'll probably want to have those guys over again.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun.
So how do you convince skeptical people because it's not FDA approved? I want to say some of the same words we use.
I always say cigarettes are FDA approved, like violence.
Say that louder.
Yeah, say it louder.
Can't
Yeah, I
hear
just always say, you know, well, cigarettes are FDA approved. Like, I don't know what else to say to them.
Well, as far as the supplements go, no supplement is FDA approved, period. So ours is no different.
I just tell them we have the greatest stuff. It's whole foods, it's natural stuff. I tell them what's in it. And I have faith in our products, and I know the background of it. So, you know, you can try it, you can go to Walgreens, buy your one a day, and have it stuck in your body.
Yeah, I get that a lot too, the FDA approved, regulated, that kind of thing. But I always tell them that, you know, like she says, the cigarettes, I say, look at all the stuff that is approved on the shelves. Look how much cancer there is today. Look at GMOs, all those things. I said, I have no faith in our government at all. I'm against vaccinations and all those things. So I mean, I look at all the different, all the health and wellness, you know, Advocare, all of them, not that I want to mention all those, none of them are approved. They're all regulated just like us. So, you know, I do mention that too, because a lot of people are doing all those other things as well, but definitely let them know diet pops, all that stuff is regulated, and people are dying of cancer today. So, woo, that's what I say.
Yeah, and beyond that, if it was FDA approved, we wouldn't be here paying $25 for it.
Dr. Judy has a word for us.
I think Lynn Carver-Cohen, we all know her, right, says that it's cosmetically approved or something, so that's her line. And I like to use, for supplements, use the word patent, because we do have a patented delivery system on our vitamins and minerals. So I sometimes will say that too. Because that kind of appeases that whole concept as well, without having to beat down the government or go down this whole long conversation that I love to jump on that.
Patent what?
We have a patented delivery system for our vitamins, which basically means that they're not going to flush down the toilet and just, go through your system and out. You actually absorb them. So we have a patented absorbability. It's right in, when you read your, it's vital information, it's right in there. It's one of the first lines about it. So I'll oftentimes just use that one liner, and it just can apply its own.
Delivery system? She really is a doctor, that's why I said that, I wasn't joking. Jessica D., I'm assuming that's you. Chiropractors, how to get people to believe, or how do you answer, I thought it said ignorant, ingredient list.
It really depends on the question. I do get questions about specific ingredients, and sometimes you just have to refer them to, get on Google and look those ingredients up and really tell them what they are. I know we get questioned about soy a lot, and Dr. Don has some great responses on soy, so if that's a question you're getting a lot, our soy is non-GMO, it's non-estrogenic, it's non-hormonal, organic, fermented, so it's a healthy form of soy. So that's a question I get a lot. Our ingredients are all natural. They're botanicals, they're herbs, and so they're good for you. They're not, they're not genetically modified. So when I talk to other health professionals, some of them care about the ingredients and some don't. So you really have to just kind of base it on what questions they're asking. Don't give them a bunch of information they're not asking you for. I don't like to vomit information. We talk about that. But I will print out the list. We've got a sheet that has each ingredient and some of the known benefits of that. That's something nice to pass on to them in case that's something that they are interested in. Another thing for chiropractors is they want to know, can they do it in their office without extra staff? Do they need to wait? So I like to bring in that washed out wrap. I have one of those in every bag in my car, a dried, washed out wrap, so that they can see it's simple, it's easy, it's something you can just pop on the patient. So our massage therapist is doing it during the treatments, and easy ways to share it so that they can see it's a simple process. And sometimes when you walk into a spa and you say body wrap, they're like, oh, yeah, we saw those in the 80s where, they think you're gonna mummy them. And so I like to have that little simple, either the wrap pack, like a one in the pack with, or a dried out one so that they can see what it really is.
And besides chiropractors though, I would think most everyone that says what's in it wouldn't know if you told them.
This is true. And I love when people take it to their doctor and say, can I do this? And the doctor's like, sure. They don't know what those ingredients are.
Right.
They've never heard of them. So they're like, yep, it's great.
I like the sound of it. Why is soy GMO in everything? Why is soy?
Why is it in our products? Or why is it in... It's genetically modified soy is in everything. If you read every box of cookies you've ever eaten, it's in there. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of soy, but non-genetically modified soy and fermented soy are actually good for you. If you guys really want to know, soy is slightly estrogenic, and what that means is that it actually blocks the receptor sites that those strong, heavy estrogens that we're getting from other foods can get into. So it actually blocks some of those strong, dangerous soys, so it's actually beneficial in that way.
Studies show it has great heart benefits too. The correct form.
The correct form of soy, yes. Yeah, she just said heart benefits for those of you that can't hear in the back. Good soy is actually good for that. Welcome to my health seminar. Now we're going to talk about pooping. Has anybody tried the regular? It's fantastic, right? And greens, and we talk about pooping. We do talk about bacon. Bacon is delicious.
Is bacon not our friend though?
Well, it's bad for you. You should eat it anyway.
Okay. Is new corporate office paid off too? Debt-free company.
Yeah, they built the new corporate offices debt-free and put the slide in. But I do want to go down that slide really bad. Yeah, so I was going to say, while Lori's reading, if you can get down to the Florida events and connect with the corporate officers and the team there, they just love on people. I love those guys. You know, they're huggers down there.
Can we give incentives to people for signing up as a loyal or distributor with us?
No, we cannot give incentives. All of us should be equal. So if you're giving an incentive, that's saying, well, I can get you a better deal than another distributor. And so that corporate does not allow that. That's in our policies and procedures. We cannot give them something for signing up.
I'm going to bring this up again on ethics too. As you're building your business, and you know that somebody else is working with someone else, or you bring in a new distributor and she's trying to get her 4 loyals, and she grabs her friend and says, hey, you should join me, but her friend has been working with somebody else to come in. Please teach ethics and character. Don't steal from other distributors, because when you do that, you take from what they've done and what their ripple effect is. So find out before you take a loyal customer that's trying to be, or even if you're trying to promote and you need one more loyal customer, please be, to me it's an ethical thing. When you start stealing and you teach your team to steal, you run the gamut of people may not stay, you run somebody else's line. Build it and build it right. Don't give an incentive and say, if you join me, even though you've been working with her, join me instead, I'll give you this. By God, get out of the business.
Have you been working with somebody, or
yes.
have you been talking to somebody?
Yep.
Because if they know, like if they're like, oh yeah, the green's alkalized, clearly they've talked to somebody.
Right.
So just say, have you been working with somebody, very knowledgeable?
Right.
If they say yes, just say, I'm going to send you back to the person.
Yeah, we should always, when we're out listening and someone knows a lot about the products, yeah, I know about this or that. First of all, if they say, yeah, I've heard about them or I know about them, always ask if they've wrapped, because this happens all the time to all of us, that everyone knows 10 people on Facebook that are selling them, but that person might not be really good friends with any of them, never been invited to a wrap party, never wrapped. So they might go, yep, I've heard of them. Well, how much? Have you wrapped to someone? Are you working with someone? But what Christina was saying was, too, and if they're knowing about other products, and if they say they are working with someone, they've been talking to someone, and maybe they're going to be a loyal, do send them back to that person that they're working with. Don't say, hey, come on over to my house, I'll wrap you and, tell you
And if they
about
have
the
like a better
products.
connection with you than maybe that person, just message that distributor that they're talking to and say, this person, or do a 3-way message and say, this person came to me. Just be ethical.
Yeah, be
That's
ethical.
all it is.
We're all building our business, but the greed for you to get to the next level will somehow kick you on the rear end. And but if you also meet somebody on the flip-flop, if you meet somebody somebody sold them a wrap and they don't have that contact and they don't know, that's okay, that's fair game. It's just, watch when you're trying to build your business, because then when you build it tight, you'll be in for a really long time when you teach them that. So.
I would like to add
The golden rule.
Yes, exactly. And it shows that the company itself is trustworthy when you do that. When you put people on the spot like that, you make them uncomfortable. So if you're trying to convince somebody to all of a sudden come to you, you're putting them in a really horrible spot, and now they not only have less trust for you, they have less trust for the company, less trust for the product, less trust for everything. And the chances of you ever being as a distributor or even a loyal customer who sticks and stays is out the window. you just ruined your chances and that person's chances at their future.
And then they're gonna tell everybody
And
too.
they're gonna tell everybody that, yeah, she kind of drove me crazy, so I just decided to go with her. And you know what? I didn't even see results anyways, because she's not gonna go into it, or he is not gonna go into it, giving a product a chance.
Right, so what Lakota's saying is, you know, we don't want a couple people doing the wrong things to have it, people think a blanket comment about all of us. That those it works people, they'll do this or they'll do that to get a customer, or undermine someone else, or work with me because I live over here, work with me because, you know, I'm only 5 feet tall, let's have everyone short in my team. You know, you just want to do the right things, because it does not, other companies, we've all had people call some of us that maybe you've been in multi-level and they want to recruit you into theirs, but they're not telling you what company it is. You know, and we all know what the names of those companies, so we kind of think of them as a blanket, you know, we think that that's how they are. We don't ever want that about it works.
I just had a little conflicted process that we were, okay, so we said that we couldn't do free gifts, but yet the slideshow today said, I will give you a free gift. So it's conflicted.
That's corporate.
We can't do free gifts for signing up. They can't get a free gift for signing as a loyal. They can't get a free gift for signing as a distributor. Like, you can't go out and say, well, I'll pay your $99 if you come onto my team. We need to be equal. You can give a free gift for a drawing and a thing. You can give a free gift if they're hosting a party for you, or for whatever. You can give free gifts for that stuff, but not for signing up as a loyal. It's not a perk
You can't
to
give
be
them
covered.
something for them to give you something back.
Right.
Okay, because we've both seen a lot of this from other distributors and stuff, so we thought it was okay.
That's what
We
needs to
followed
come
it.
back to,
You know,
yeah,
so.
go back to your
we
leader.
just wanted to clear it up.
Yeah, leadership, but yeah.
Send a free facial wrap if someone signs up
No.
to do this.
They could do like a free drawing basket at Excel.
Right, I've also
and that's-
done like, if you share or 15 people share this post on with their friends, take 3 friends in it, you know,
Right.
then I'll send them.
Yep, that's a free gift, so that's not for signing them up. That's not an incentive to sign up.
You can't entice them to sign up.
Yeah, we're not trying to entice them to sign up.
The others are a true gift, that's like bribery.
So the line in the sand is sign them up. No, if they come to that point, yes.
Yes.
But drawings are okay.
Drawings
As
are,
long as you're not trying to get them to give you anything back at all, you're just simply giving them something.
Okay, okay.
This hits on the loyal program. I was on some big leaders calls, and I heard them say in private parties in the home that they would offer the ladies, and a lot of them were doing it, and it's taking off, that if they joined by the end of the night, they would give them $10 cash back and let them join the loyal, and they would get their wrap for $15 that night.
yeah, I've heard that, they're already there.
That's the sharing 10 button.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the link,
That's
the
the-
landing page.
That's
No. I'm talking about a wrap party in the home, and that it was a big leader, and I respect them, like, I totally respect them. And they said, yeah, try it. A lot of it in a private setting, not on Facebook. If they come into your home and they are excited, we will tell them by the end of the night that they can actually pay $15 for their wrap because they are excited about joining the loyal program.
I think I heard about that when I first started, but they're already in their home, they're not trying to get them from wherever.
It's okay to do it in the home.
They're already gonna be their customer
Right.
or distributor. They're their lead already. They're in their home, they're already their lead.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say, ah. Facebook, keep your own personal one. Yes, keep your own personal page and then have your business page as well.
Yeah, I don't think you need, I mean, not right away to have a business page. I still don't have a business page. I don't know if you guys.
Is the Notes app free?
Page, they are a lot of work. Like, you have to be super invested. Like, the Instagram gals, you gotta, like, it takes a while to build up. And I will tell you, I'm not gonna tell you how much, but I've spent a lot of money on advertisements just to build up enough followers. And it sucks because it hasn't paid off yet. It's slowly starting to pay off. But the followers are fake. Like, and that's what I've learned, and it sucks.
but you want to build it the right way. So like even advertisements aren't even really the best way to go about it. But
For business pages, Facebook has really changed their algorithm for who sees your posts. And so if people are not participating on your page, they are not seeing your posts. Because I have like 700 followers, and I can post a business post, and you can see that like 17 people saw it. It is not.
Were they all distributors?
They were all distributors, right? And because those are the only people commenting and sharing. So when I put something on my business post, on my business page, I then share it to my personal wall. I still want it on the business page because I've got other, people that might end up seeing it eventually, but I do then share it onto my personal page.
this is actually a trick. I don't know. She might even be here. I don't know who exactly said it. But if you post pictures on your business page, if you post more than one, they have to scroll to see it, which is an action, and more people, Facebook thinks that it's an important post, so that it's going to go into more news feeds. So that's one little trick, and as well as videos. If people play the video, it automatically plays. So those are ways to get views up in anticipation that they're going to like it, but yeah, it's a kind of a crapshoot, I guess.
So I have a question. Yes. I deal with fraud on a daily basis. And on Instagram, there's someone who's saying, I can help you free, go to itworks.igpaid.com. Is that real or is it fraud?
The company certainly doesn't endorse it.
Okay.
There are no other marketing companies that our company is connected with, so I would steer clear of those.
Yeah.
I would think so,
It
yeah.
sounds
You're
like
basically,
If
you're
you
paying them to
second-guess
try to
it.
get you likes or something, it's, yeah.
Thank you.
So if I could have each of you give us your top leadership tip to finish up here.
I just always go back to the positivity. I just try to carry that positive energy with me and just try to give it to people. I just see a lot of people who are still struggling with that, and I think it's so huge, not only for their business, but for the rest of their lives, everything else in their lives. So I just try to, pick a couple people every day and just try to infuse some positivity.
A leadership or just a tip?
Leadership tip.
I'll go back to Sam when she was up here saying that leading by example. I have taken steps back in my business and I've gotten lazy, and you can totally see that your business does the exact same thing. And it's been so fun to watch her business boom last month. It was just incredible. So, and I can totally see it in her too. So to see it from another aspect, and not just in my personal business, but to watch it happen to somebody else. If you want your team to do something, you got to do it. So I guess that's just my leadership, but it does work.
I think one of my biggest, I have a whole list down here, but I think one of my biggest things though that I tell everybody is ask. Because if you don't ask and ask daily, then you will not find that right person because you're an angel or they'll be an angel for you. So you need to just come out of that and just give them a card, talk to people daily, talk to your team, love on them, and know that this is your journey and you'll make it when you can. Don't compare yourself to others, but don't give up. If this is what you want, stay at it, stay focused, and have fun, but know where you're going, and that's big.
I would say, I guess, something that I've been, over the last 2 years, just personal development is really huge. So find what makes you tick, every 10 minutes a day. Start your day with that. For me, it's in God's Word. And I have decided to choose joy no matter what is going on in my life, no matter how up or down I am, how great the group's, group volume is or not is, or people that are coming in or going out. I choose to look at the glass half full, not empty, and be thankful for the blessings that God has given me. And remember that God's going to work things all for my good and in my timing, no matter what's all going on around me. So I guess choose joy in all things, and remember to give thanks.
Leadership tips, huh? We talked a little bit about lead from the front. And when we went to Diamond Days, one of the things that we really talked about was see it, do it, teach it. If your team sees you out there doing it, they're going to follow. And I learned the hard way that when your energy level plummets and you're slacking off and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, your team goes right down with you. They fall asleep. You gotta wake them back up sometimes by getting yourself back in there. And so if you have to plug in, when my energy goes down, I plug back in. I get on the corporate calls. I get on with my upline and get in those conversations. So, sometimes you have to go up the line to get what you're looking for. And so your people can come to you with that stuff. See it, do it, teach it. They're going to follow you.
I think one of my biggest ones is build relationships with people. I mean, that's something that's so huge. Get to know them, get to know your team, get to know why they want to be successful. Play with your team. The team that plays together stays together. Do fun things with your team. But just really take the focus off you. You know, if you're willing to help enough people get what they want, you're going to get what you want tenfold. So care about people, help them reach their dreams and achieve what they want to achieve, and you're going to get everything you want back.
Thank you. Let's give our leadership now.